was used developed infection. That proves it beyond doubt that you need to have advanced wound treatment products. What we offer to you is something called surgical cover dressings. Now, these are, there is a concept in India sometimes, I mean, this has been there. I grew up in India and they say that whenever there's a wound, leave it. Let it be dry. Dry wound healing. It'll heal by itself. That is not right. Before coming into this business of medical health care, I was in monoclonal antibodies, more to do with pharmaceutical. And I was developing the cells for developing monoclonal antibodies for cancer treatment. The cells multiply, replicate, grow fantastically well in a moist environment. And our body has the ability to let the cells grow and heal the wound by itself. But you got to provide the right environment. And the right environment comes only when you provide a moist wound healing mechanism. You got to protect it from infection. You got to allow the cells to grow. You got to control the infection. You got to take the exudate out. The cells will grow. The scarring will be less. Infection will be less. Now, there are a couple of things we have said here. Permeable, we have to provide a moist environment. Barrier, stop the infection from getting into the wound. Occlusive, that will help the regeneration of the skin. Okay? All these three have to be provided by the simple putty. Okay? But it's not that simple. If you continue to use a gauze on a major surgery, and you're taking chances. Now, what we have developed is this. There's a hydrocolloid on the outside that provides the moistness. There's aquacell hydrofiber inside that absorbs the exudate and also acts as a delivery mechanism in case there's infection. You can have ionic silver in it that will be delivered on demand. And then there is a polyurethane layer. In a tropical country like India, after open heart surgery or sternal wound, probably 20, 25, 30 days, you don't let the patients to take a bath. But these patients, with this kind of surgical cover dressing, can take a bath as soon as you apply them. These are some of the pictures. It just shows these dressings are applied right after the surgery, and they usually are kept for 7 days. And depending upon how the wound heals, depending upon how your infection is, you can replace them. But the patient is ready to take a bath, stop all the infection. The surgeon is ensured that his operation is success. And please remember, for all the eminent cardiac surgeons of India, your surgery is only good if the patient is fully good. Okay, once you cut him open and you say successful, no, it's not. It has to be completely treated. These are some of the other pictures we have. Now, even on the aquacell, which is a basic technology, there are 160 pieces of evidences. We have invested heavily in this area. So, India needs, while I'm closing my presentation now, I'll make a couple of comments that will help, because I think I'm addressing a very elite group of people here who are part of the decision-making process. Every hospital, you need to look at creating a wound management center, not necessarily with ConvaTec, but yes, you have a choice from ConvaTec. The products will be offered. You should look at investing. The Indian government needs to, we have talked a lot about diabetes, we talked a lot about venous ulcers here. I talked a little bit about cardiac. The speaker before me talked about oncology. There are a couple of more challenges in India. The amount of investment government is planning this year needs to be increased. I just read an article where it says that there would be a reduction in the amount of investment in healthcare. That needs to change, because even if you compare yourself with China, which I manage for ConvaTec, the percentage of investment we have in India compared to China is far behind. Our insurance infrastructure needs to drastically improve in India. Penetration reach has to change. It's rapidly changing, and I'm very hopeful, and I'm very confident that we will be one of the superpowers also in the medical field. So with that, thank you very much. Thank you for the time. Thank you.
That was Mr. Anand Shirur, Managing Director of ConvaTec India. Actually, it's a new perspective in healthcare. Management of wounds is a specialized area, and it's a different area which is not perceived today in India. And no doubt, effective wound management would have a lot of impact upon the various stakeholders in the healthcare industry. Thank you so much, Mr. Anand Shirur. I would now request Mr. Satya to please come on stage and offer a token of appreciation. We go to the last session of today before the keynote address, which is Challenges and Opportunities in Global Healthcare, Lessons and Experiences from India and Europe. I call upon Dr. Sanjeev Kanoria, Vice Chairman, Austrian Anadi Bank, Chairman Advina Healthcare, and Chairman Swasth Healthcare India, to please come on the dais. I have been informed that Dr. Kanoria is getting a bit delayed. I'm sorry for that. We go to the next session, which is Healthcare Challenges in Diet and Nutrition, My Personal Experiences, by Dr. Anjali Mukerjee, Clinical Nutritionist and Co-Founder, Health Total. I now request Dr. Anjali Mukerjee to please come on stage. Dr. Anjali Mukerjee is a nutritionist, researcher, columnist, author, founder, director of Health Total, with about 3 decades of experience. Dr. Mukerjee is running around 40 preventive healthcare centers across India. We all have an online program, a do-at-home kit. Dr. Mukerjee is also consultant to the Femina Miss India contest. Over to you, Dr. Anjali Mukerjee.
I need to search my... Need to call Gaurav to figure this.
This is
No, that's not it. Is that it? Programs as well as by healthcare practitioners who are very new in this field. And for this, I would like to thank Saurabh Mukherjee, whose contribution to the field of health has been immense. His vision and enterprise has made it possible for Health Total to be able to reach out to more and more people who wish to be healthy. He is my best friend, my worst critic, and my husband. Raise your hand. Saurabh Mukherjee. When I passed out of college, my father called me aside and gave me 3 important tips, short and simple. First, he said, there is no substitute for hard work. Everyone is capable of achieving more, he said. This advice helped me tremendously. Mentally, it got me prepared to work hard. My career was largely shaped by a lesson that I learned very early in my practice, way back in 1984, which is that food in its natural form has tremendous healing properties. And when used in its natural form, not packaged, not processed, it could restore health in a sick person. With this understanding of food, I began treating all kinds of lifestyle diseases using food as medicine. So when a patient follows our health promoting program, I found that not only did he lose weight, but his cholesterol reduced, his blood pressure reduced, his blood sugar reduced, his uric acids became normal, his skin looked better, even as he lost weight and came down to ideal body weight. He started looking and feeling very good. And this kind of result and understanding gave me my purpose in life, which is to help people regain their health and well-being using natural means. I then went about my self-appointed purpose very seriously, and subsequently I wrote a book which I named Healing with Food. The second thing that my father told me is follow your passion. Then you will certainly rise to the top. I was lucky. I found what I love to do very early in life. I'm grateful for having my passion as my profession. And the third thing that my father told me is look after your health. Your health is the most precious commodity that you own. Invest in your health. It is only when you're healthy that you can fulfill all your dreams. For instance, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you need to be in good health to be able to run your business. If you want to earn money, you need to have a healthy body capped with a well-functioning mind. If you want to have a good time in life, you still need to be healthy to be able to have the energy to have a good time. And if you simply want to look good, you still need to be healthy because beauty is an inside job. No amount of makeup can camouflage the looks of poor health. So to fulfill any desire,